Bro, this is annoying, bro. Hold up. We gotta edit this. I gotta edit this out. I gotta edit this completely out, bro. Bro, it's so annoying. Yo, that's so annoying, bro. That's the second time that's happened to me, and I actually got to make a habit of checking this. That's the second time that happened to me, where like it got muted. But it's fine. I'm gonna take that out. Well, I got 30. We could do the 36. We could do the 36, right? Let me send a message real quick. Off the stream. But bro, I need Victor to save the league, dog. My goodness, yo, oh my goodness. You know what? That's so annoying, man. That's the second time that happened. I was just spitting hot fire for no reason. But I guess I'll repeat what I have to say, because at the end of the day, I'm here to talk about it. Because Victor over here has been, you know, we need a guy like Victor to save the league. We need a guy like Victor over here to sit here and really change things up for the league. And him doing this on the NBA Cup is actually phenomenal, because that does nothing but boost the NBA Cup. But Victor over here just was manhandling OKC. Victor, bro, we need guys like Victor to save the league. I don't want to see Shea running the league. I don't want to see Jokic running the league. I don't even want to see Giannis running the league like that. I want to see Victor or Luka. Those are the two guys that I really want to see running this league. Those are the two guys I'm really rooting for to be like the best player, to win chips. Those are the guys. To me, those are the two guys that needs to take the league and carry on the torch after LeBron James. Those are the guys. Because with Luka and even Victor, bro, they have that competitive edge. They love fighting. Even in the All-Star game, Victor Wembanyama is over here like getting upset with the lack of how do you say the lack of competitiveness in the All-Star game, and he's not a fan with that. It must be some international stuff, because international players literally love to compete. They love it. But it's like, bro, it's like a guy like Victor, bro, we need him to be performing like this, especially in the postseason. It's times like this that we need him to really step up, because he is really one of the next ones to really take the league on and take, oh, bro, he has the league in his hands, dog. He's ready. I'm here. I'm ready to give him the keys, bro. I want him to save us, save the NBA. He's here to save the NBA, fam. We need this right now, bro. I'm not here for no one else but him and Luka. Those are the only two I'm here for, bro. I'm serious. And I'm getting so sick and tired of OKC, because this really gets me annoying with OKC. OKC be hacking. OKC be hacking OD. And that whistle be going in their favor on the offensive side. But on the defensive side, man, they get away with murder sometimes. I'm watching Victor going through crazy amounts of contact, getting fouled on lobs, getting no call. But he's just still going through it, dog. Still got a chip on his shoulder, man. He's still saying, yo, I'm 7'4", and it don't matter what y'all do. People ain't going to talk about it, but in the playoffs last season, bro, I'm not going to hold you like they should credit the refs a little bit. They should credit the refs for some of them championship, because the stuff they were getting away with, I'm seeing Pascal Siakam getting triple team, getting hit in the head. No, it was Obi Top. I'm seeing Obi Top getting hit in the head on a drive, slapped on the hip, no foul call. That's happening consistently. My issue is, if you want to play rough, I'm cool with that. Play rough. But you got to treat the whistle fair on both sides. You got to. And OKC, man, they be getting away with murder. And they were getting away with murder on Victor Wembanyama. But he's over here like, bro, I'm 7'4", and it doesn't matter. I'm 7'4", and I'm still here to yam on y'all. I'm 7'4", and it don't matter you trying to poke the ball out while hitting my hand. I'm still shooting over that. Man, I love that. I love that, man. That's what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm here for, bro. And shout out to the Spurs, because the Spurs, listen, the Spurs, even without Victor, right? And Victor did this on like limited minutes, right? Even the Spurs without Victor is looking like a very, very good team. They're looking like a dangerous team this year. Now, I'm not saying enough to really win a chip, but they're going to give a lot of teams trouble in the postseason. I love their defense. I think their defense is pretty solid. Their offense gets up and down a lot, but they got a good crew. They got a good core of guys that know how to play well together, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what they can be. And as long, and that's the thing, man. We need this guy Victor to stay healthy. We need him to stay healthy. I'm upset because, especially when he got drafted. When he got drafted, there was a big criticism of him and his career, and about the injuries, about him being hurt, and how that's always going to be a problem. Then this dude come out with blood clots, and I'm like, dang, that's crazy. But now you can see, like, injury concern was actually, I should have cared more about that, if I'm going to be honest. Injury concern is something really we got to look at with Victor Wembanyama. So I'm saying, we need him healthy. We need that guy healthy. He is here to save the league. If it's not him, it's got to be Luka. But Victor scares me, though. I'm not going to lie. If I'm going to be objective here with Victor Wembanyama, if I'm going to be completely objective, like, bro, we might only have, like, because he's too tall. He's too tall, and the way he be moving, that Joe not normal. And it's not enough meat on his bone, bro. I don't think he's going to have a long career. I don't wish that on him at all. Do not wish that on him at all. But if I'm going to be objective here and look how his body is and the way he plays basketball, maybe 12 years, maybe 10 years at being like an outworldly level. But then that's it. And then he's just going to keep getting hurt. I don't know. I don't wish that on him. I'm being objective with what I see, and what I see, especially at this age, or how he's getting hurt. I'm not too much of a fan of it. I'm really not. So usually when guys are getting hurt this often in the early stages of their career, that's a telltale sign of how it's going to go. If we're going to be honest, like, this happened with Zion, happened with Joel, happens with everyone. So it scares me. I'm worried. Anthony Davis is another one, but we'll see what happens with that. But right now, the NBA is desperate. The NBA is desperate for a savior, and this guy can do it. His grit, his aura, his talent, his skill, everything he has is amazing. Everything. There's not too much things I can be upset with him about. But that right there, it scares me, because I believe that's the one thing that can possibly hold him back. And I'm praying it don't happen. If not him, we got Luka up next, dog. But the league will be in a good place. The league will be in a very good place if he stays healthy, man. And I'm done with OKC. OKC's really turning into the bad guys for me. I find myself rooting against them a lot, because the Nuggets, not gonna lie, this is what it is, right? I got the Nuggets I root against. Then you got OKC I root against. I would rather see OKC beat the Nuggets, 1,000%. But they're right next up. I just don't want it. I'm not trying to see Shea run the league. I'm not trying to see these Shea versus Kobe conversations. I'm still hearing some Shea and Kobe conversations. That needs to die. I'm so tired of this. We need to stop using stats of this era and comparing it to the stats of the past era. We got to stop doing that. They play at a way faster pace, and they're able to score more, mainly because of how many threes that they're doing. So a guy scoring 30 now is not the same as a guy scoring 30 in the 2000s. It's just not. I promise you it's not. It was far more difficult to score 30 then than it is now. Far more, without a doubt. Because the pace slowed it down, and the shot attempts. It wasn't more at the three-point line. It was more inside out rather than outside in. So comparing those stats and numbers and looking like, okay, Shea's putting up 30, 33 a night, 34 a night on this, and that splits. So therefore, he's got to be on Kobe offensive level. No. Heck no. I see Shea struggle with how tight the defenses get in the playoffs. I see him struggle with that. And this is in a spaced out era, right? So you're going to tell me that you're going to expect the same result of Shea, the same exact result. You're going to expect that in the 2000s when they're compacting the paint. It's nothing but 2-3 zone every night. They're compacting it. You're not as much space. He struggles with that in the postseason already. So you're putting him on a crew with, again, less talent on his team because he's not going to be having no 4 or 5 3-point shooters out around him. It's going to be maybe 2 or 3 at most. They're going to shrink the floor because you're running with double bigs down there. I really think he's going to get the same percentages along with the same amount of scores in the 2000s. Come on, dog. Kobe's 35 is far more impressive than anything that Shea has done. Anything. Kobe's 35 is honestly the one. Kobe's 35 is probably the most impressive feat of anybody in NBA history. Scoring wise. It's the most impressive scoring feat of anyone in NBA history. Because he did that on pretty good percentages, especially at that time. And he did that at such a difficult time in the league to score because he had pace and space going against him. And then just look at his team. Look at his team. You look at his team in 2006 and you tell me, man, is that a team that you can really like put up 30 with good splits? The answer is no. Kobe offensively is still on a different level than Shea. Completely different level. Kobe's a better passer than him, too. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? He's a better passer, better defender, and he's a better scorer. And it's actually, he's clearly a better scorer. And even clearly a better defender. So I'm so sick and tired of these Shea and Kobe talks. Because to me, it's talks that shouldn't happen. Y'all letting these stats affect your perception of what players back then did and what players are doing now. I remember a graphic of Jokic, right? And his numbers in his postseason run. And they try to compare it to Shaq. You can't do that. Shaq scoring 30 in the postseason was far more difficult and impressive than Jokic scoring 30 in the postseason. Look at how much is going against them. Look at the talent on their team. And even look at the defenders in which they're facing. Right? It wasn't as much. This is the difference between the 2000s and even in the 2020s. Was there? I don't believe there was as much of defenders then as there are today. I don't believe that. Because I think there's a lot of good defenders in the league right now. A lot. Especially with how much ground they cover. But the caliber of defenders in the best of them, they were some dogs. Like Tim Duncan, KG, Bruce Bowen, Tony Allen. They were some dogs. They were some mega dogs, right? But it wasn't a lot of that, right? A lot of the times teams, what they just did was just, even if you were a bad defender, it was fine. Allen Iverson got away with this on Philadelphia Sixers all the time because there was so much space that you just funneled them down to the paint. And as long as you funnel them down to the help, you're going to be pretty solid, regardless of how good of a defender you are. Now in today's league, it's like everyone has to be at least average on defense. You got to know how to rotate. You got to know how to motion. You got to have some type of physical capability to be out there if you're not like a star player, right? So I think there's more defenders now than there were back then. But back then, it was far more easier to play defense. And they had some dogs down there like they did. Like Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin was a pretty good defender. I don't think he even made All-NBA team. Tim Duncan didn't even win Defensive Player of the Year. They had guys like Dwight. Yeah, you got guys like Dwight, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dikembe, if we're going to go with the early 2000s, David Robinson. There was some dogs back there. Dogs. But it wasn't as much. And that's why, to go back to my point with Shea and Kobe, like, just stop using those numbers. Because that's the only reason why people would be trying to make these arguments. They're just using the numbers of today. If you're not going to adjust the numbers, there's no reason to even use them. You have to adjust them. We're at a point right now where the 70s, the 80s, and now the 2020s, the numbers are so inflated. Numbers are so inflated. They're so inflated to the point where it's not even accurate. It's not even accurate to just take those numbers and what they did at those times and apply them in comparison to players in different eras. It's just so different. It's so different. And the rules are completely different to do that accurately, right? So that has got to change. We have got to do better as a community. Just do better. Just do better. Just do better. Because you are here disrespecting Kobe for what? You putting guys on Kobe's level that shouldn't be on his level. Shea is not on his level. I'm sorry. He's not. He's nowhere near his level. I wholeheartedly believe that. Stop bringing him up. Luka offensively is a guy, okay, cool. I can understand that. Shea, no. Shea does everything Shea does good. It's it's like a tier or two less than what Kobe brought. He's like 2 tiers less of a defender, maybe even 3 tiers, if I'm going to be honest. Kobe, 2001, 2002, let me tell you something. He's probably like 2 or 3 tiers below Kobe Bryant as a defender. Offensive player, I'm going to say 2 tiers lesser of an offensive player. Passer, I'll say 1 tier. I'll give him 1 tier. Kobe was a great passer. People don't give him credit for that. People don't give Kobe credit enough for being a great passer in this league. So I just don't want to hear it no more. I just don't. I think Shea's awesome. I think Shea's great. I think he's a great player to watch. But it's talks like this that I'm just like, you guys are pushing my buttons, bro. You guys are pushing my buttons because it's like I don't know what you guys are watching. Like Kobe was Steph before Steph came into the league. Kobe and his crazy shots was wild. Shea don't be doing that now. Shea don't be doing none of that now. And you want to sit here and try to put him on the same level? I'll hear more of like James Harden offensively on the same level of Kobe than Shea. Shea ain't even as better offensive player as James Harden. Oh my goodness. All right, let me not. I'm about to start something that, man, I'm really about to start something that maybe I shouldn't be starting. But dog, it just gets annoying. It just gets annoying, dog. It really does. I'm gonna transition here because I just went to this Kobe versus Shea thing, and I didn't even expect to. But man, I'll tell you who I want to talk about. And I told y'all about this, what I was gonna do. Bro, Steph Curry, bro, I would do it over and over and over again. This man, Steph, is the best point guard ever. This man, 37 years old. This man's 29 on 48 and 41 on 12 threes a game, dog. This man's still a top 6, top 7 player at this stage of his career. Maybe even top 5. If I'm going to be honest, Steph may very well be a top 5 player still. With him and the way he's playing right now, bro, did y'all see what he just did to Portland? He just had like 12 threes. Like, he still got it. He still got it. His game just affects it on such a crazy level. That's just hard not to, marvel at. Man, I used to be a Steph hater, bro. I just can't be a hater no more. I just can't. But that value he has as a scorer, as a shooter, trumps everything that Magic Johnson can do. It trumps literally everything. Give me the guard that can shoot from 50. Give me the guard that can shoot from 50, that handles the rock at one of the greatest levels that we've ever seen, who his gravity creates so many plays for the teams around him alone, which makes non-shooters like Draymond Green be successful, non-offensive players like Draymond Green to be successful, which allows non-caliber offensive players to be on the floor with him. He allows that so that now their defense can make an impact on the game. You didn't have that with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was surrounded with some good, very good offensive players no one gives credit to. Norm Nixon was a good offensive player. Kareem was already a good offensive player. James Worthy already had good offense. Byron Scott was a good shooter. Even when Magic Johnson retired, guess what? The Lakers were still competitive the year after. They were still very competitive. They still had good pieces. His gravity, that impact of a score, trumps it all. Give me him over a guy that's his first move is back to the basket at the three-point line. I'm good. You know, Magic would get ripped so many times in the league today, it would actually be despicable. Like, bro, they stealing that thing, bro. Have you seen like answer me this. What's Magic Johnson's signature move? My bad, signature crossover. What's Magic Johnson's signature crossover? Because his signature move is like the baby hook or the no-look pass. What's his signature crossover? Yo. Like, come on. Like, come on, bro. What we doing? What's his signature crossover? Let me know. Come on. You know what his signature crossover was? His signature move in the half-court set? This was it. He just put his back to the basket. He just put his back to the basket at the three-point line, bro. That's what his signature move was. I promise you. Go look it up. Go watch the tape. That John crazy, bro. And it's like, at least with me, the way I look at it is, like, if I'm all right, wrestling. Love wrestling. I grew up on wrestling. I think this is a great example. Wrestlers in my era, or definitely they had more aura, they were more legendary and everything, right? 2000s. Guess you could, 2000s, early 2010s. You had John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, right? And even in the 90s, you could go the same route. But guess what? And this is like universal. The moves and the amount of skill that the wrestlers have today compared to back then, night and day. Night and freaking day. The stuff they do in the ring now, miles better than what they were producing, even in the early 2010s. Miles better. I can never deny that. I think a bunch of wrestling fans would never deny it. They're still more legendary, but the work that they were able to put in that ring, completely different level. So I don't understand how that's so hard to understand. I don't understand why that concept is so hard to really grasp when we talk about the NBA. The NBA back then, far more legendary players, far more greater moments, far more aura and nostalgia and all of that. Far more. Like, MJ got more clout than LeBron, without a doubt. MJ still got who sells more shoes, bro? Like, come on. Come on, bro. He's got far more clout. Like, when MJ walk in the room, you feel like the man's walking in the room. I'm just going to be honest with you. LeBron walking in the room, yeah, that's the man, but it's just a different level, dog, when MJ's in the room, and you can tell. MJ and Kobe just had that. You can't even explain that. They just got that aura, you feel me? So, yeah, they were definitely far, like, the legends and nostalgia of it was greater. But the skill and the performance, come on, especially now, it's night and day. It's night and day. Like, we're talking about 30 years of practice. We're not going to think that that's going to be better. So the respect goes where, yeah, the players back then, like Magic, when we're talking about Magic and Steph, do you say Magic has more aura, far more nostalgia, far more legendary moments? You know, a rookie coming in, stepping up for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, over here sealing a game for the crew, for the Los Angeles Lakers, deliver a chip. Bro, that's legendary. Steph don't even have a moment like that. Steph won 2 with KD. So it was like, He didn't win a Finals MVP until 2022. So I get it. Like, the legend of Magic is far more greater than the legend of Steph. To me, I would say that. Like, you can say he has had much more of a legendary career. But Steph, and the performance he's able to put on the tape and just put on the floor, dog, give me that any day of the week. Any day of the week. It's just far greater for your team. Like, you would pair Steph up more with a Shaq than you would a Magic. You would want to see Steph and Shaq over Magic and Shaq. You would want to see Steph and LeBron over Magic and LeBron. You may even want to see Steph and Kobe over Magic and Kobe. You just will. You'd want to pair Steph up far more. Since we're talking about point guards, and point guards are going to pair up with great players, right? You want to pair Steph up with far more greater players than Magic Johnson. If we really go down the list, who would you want next to Tim Duncan? Magic or Steph? Steph. Hakeem, Steph. Shaq, Steph. LeBron, Steph. Kobe, Steph. Only people I would say that maybe you would probably pair with Magic Johnson is like Dirk. Guys like Dirk, who's mainly like of a shooter. But all these other guys, like, you're picking Steph every single time. He makes up so much for your crew. He's far more portable. And they both had stacked teams. I'm not hearing this on stacked teams with Steph. Magic came into the league with a stacked team. Came into the league with it. Come on. So, yeah, I respect Magic Johnson and his career because I think he's definitely had a far more legendary career. But, bro, the tape is the tape. Just go watch it. Watch the tape. And I'm tired of that. Like, people need to go watch. I've done a lot of watching. And the more I watch the older players, the more I'm like, don't watch highlights. Like, watch a quarter here. Watch 2 quarters. Watch a fourth quarter. I'm not going to lie, especially a fourth quarter 90s, it looks like YMCA basketball. I'm sorry. I see the same stuff in YMCA basketball. It's like the same thing. I may be being disrespectful here, but they sit back. They're not hard closing. They're wanting them to shoot because that's the shot that they want them to take. And it's like, ugh. It's like, ugh. And that joint not falling. Like, when I see, this was my thing. When I see Larry Bird, a historic shooter, getting sagged off at the three-point line in the finals, that's wild to me. Because especially me growing up, you don't allow shooters like that to be open, even a little bit. You throw them off their spot. I'm literally watching them sag off of Larry Bird. I'm literally watching that. And then him not taking the shot. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm good off that. I really am. I'm really good off that. So, listen, like the video, subscribe, man. I'm definitely going to cut the first 6 minutes out because, yeah, I messed up bad. Bro, it's the second time. I got to double check this mic every single time. The annoying thing is I thought the mic was already in, but it wasn't. So I got to cut the 6 minutes off for this one. But listen, y'all like the video, subscribe, man. Support Kretschman Media, and I will see y'all. I'll see y'all again. I hope y'all don't get mad, but y'all probably will. But it's okay. Thank God. Love you guys. Peace.
This pain inside.